You want to know what the average screen time in France is? I've discovered it recently, but a person in France spends, on average, about 5.5 hours per day staring at their screen. Then I wanted to know, what about the US? And I found out that the United States of America, it's about 7 hours of screen time. And as I've checked the numbers for South Africa, I've discovered that on average, a person in South Africa spends 9.5 hours per day staring at their screen. It's unbelievable, right? So then I checked my screen time. And I hit rock bottom. 10 hours on average per day. That's unbelievable, right? So I know that some of my time is used for work, for continuing education, or just in general for helpful activities like reading an ebook or reading the newspaper online. But what's more concerning is just the time wasted staring at our screens. Because our brain is really impeccable, but it has its limits. It can't process everything we watch, we listen to, and especially if we consume so much, our brain will just forget about it. And therefore, the time spent on social media playing a video game, it's useless. It's a waste of time. And then I kind of wanted to know, why do we spend so much time on social media then? When we know it's a waste of time. And a key factor is probably, do we want to escape reality? So escapism. Because reality is harsh, it's unpredictable, and it can cause you to feel negative emotions. So people, including myself, don't want to put up with this hard life, and they change into an artificial world like social media. And what they do is they go from an active figure in real life to someone that's passive, who consumes things, like listens to music, watches a video. And people nowadays, they know about the life of others, about other people having fun, about people being creative, or also just seeing people in their best snapshots. And that's why it's so easy to escape reality and therefore kind of living an easier life. But the problem with that is that you lose the touch with reality itself. And that's why you find so many fragile people nowadays. Homme fragile, femme fragile. People that are weak in real life. Because real life is hard. They're not used to it. Now, the consequences of this whole trend is probably, or are probably, mental illnesses, psychic problems, constant anxiety, but also just depressive resentment. And the life on social media, or it's portrayed as easy because making a million is easy. But when you try so to do in real life, you discover that life is harsh and unpredictable. Another thing is that when people start to face their problems in real life, which they've adjourned for half eternity because they live their lives on social media, they start to discover that they are completely overstrained. They're not used to this kind of work. And how should they? When you're doing something for the first time, you don't expect to do it with flying colors, to solve the problem with flying colors. But because people know it, they know how to do it, they believe that they can do it. So theoretical theoretical knowledge equals practice. And that's not true. Just knowing how to do something doesn't mean you can do it. And people nowadays lack practice because they spend so much time observing things, listening to music, whatever. And because they discover that life is really hard, they escape into the artificial world again. Now, what's the solution to this vicious cycle? I believe that it is pretty easy. Just put your phone away, close your laptop, and start to live more in the present. Stop being passive and start to do things. Because consumption is a waste of time. And people don't talk about what people in the past consumed. I mean, no one, literally no one is talking about what Plato read for books, what he ate. No, we talk about the things he created, the things he achieved in his life, the influence he had on the Western philosophical movement and philosophy in general. We talk about the things he did. And that's just normal. So that should be the reason why you should start to take actions more. You need to start creating things. Don't just listen to music. Do music. Don't just watch my video. Make video yourself. It doesn't need to be posted. But it's important to express yourself. It's important to write. It's important to not just reading books, but to also produce books. It's important to create because that's human. And we need to be humans again. We need to get in touch with reality again. It is harsh, but it's necessary. Now, my app session is officially over, and I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you could learn something, and take care. I'll catch you in the next one.